Okay, it's time for a rant. I've actually been trying to keep things lighthearted the last couple days, last couple of videos, but unfortunately humanity has let me down once again, so I feel the need to vent about it. Also, I want to put a bit of a disclaimer at the beginning of this video because I'm going to talk about something that is very dark and something that a lot of people have issues with and don't want to hear about or talk about, and that thing is suicide. So if you're one of those people who has been affected by that or has had psychological issues yourself along those lines, you might want to give this video a skip. You might want to go watch one of my other silly things, or watch me go do wheelies or fall on my ass or what have you. But yeah, so if you have issues, fair warning, I'm going to talk about suicide. And another disclaimer, please don't anyone out there in any way think that I am belittling or making light of or even ignoring and not acknowledging people who have genuine psychological issues which cause them to contemplate or to actually go through with suicide. I know that's a big issue for a lot of people, especially veterans, guys in the military who have a really hard time adjusting to civilian life after they get out. And I mean, the rate of suicides for veterans is just ridiculously high. I think that's a real shame. That's something we as a country and we as a people have to take care of. We have to take care of our guys and girls, and we can't let, this trend among veterans continue. So I don't want anyone to think I'm making light of anyone like that. Those people, for whatever problems they may have my undying and eternal respect for what they do. So with that said, there are some people who are mentally unbalanced in a similar way, but also not. And what I'm talking about is, if you've been following the news lately the last few days, there was a guy down in Chile who thought it would be a good idea to end his life. And the method he chose to use was to go to a zoo and jump into a lion enclosure so they could basically fuck him up. And the net result of this was, of course, as always happens in these situations, they shot a bunch of the lions to try to save this fucking moron's life. And as of my recording this, he's still alive in the hospital somewhere, but who knows what's going to happen with the idiot. And my issue, this guy is a prime example of people who are not necessarily looking to end their lives. I mean, that's a big problem, and that's certainly part of this guy's problem, but moreover, they are looking to be famous or infamous in their execution of, well, themselves. And that's bullshit. Like, in the case of this guy, he thought nothing of the fact that, you know what, I'm going to traumatize several dozen children who are at this view watching this shit happen. And I'm going to end the life of two very threatened, borderline endangered species. And that is such fucking bullshit. People who do that, I don't care whether it's like, okay, I want to go get friggin' mauled by lions, or I want to jump off a roof, and if someone tries to save me, I'm going to take them along with me. Or, I'm going to go take a handful of pills or drink a bunch of booze and go kill myself with my car, and in doing so threaten the lives of who knows how many dozen other people that I might take with me. Those people are the fucking scum of the earth. I have zero respect, zero tolerance, and more hatred than I could possibly summarize for these fucking douchebags who would do that crap to other people or animals, or I don't really care what the hell they're using to make themselves famous in their death. Those people, you're just shit. You are the scum of the fucking earth. And again, a lot of people have real psychological issues and suicidal thoughts, and some of them, people who are really hurting and who are going to perhaps do something drastic, the majority of them, they don't tell the fucking world. Like the people who, like I mentioned, veterans, they just eat a bullet, in the privacy of their own homes. They don't make it anyone else's business. And those are the people who are really up a fucking creek and who need help, seriously. But the people who fucking go and do something like this and in the process try to get famous, you know, try to make a statement, try to take people or animals or whatever else with them, they are just fucking scum. And, you know, I'm not a religious guy, but if there is a hell, I hope they all fucking roast, man. Because that pisses me off so fucking much. There's no fucking reason for it. There's no excuse for it, certainly. It's just despicable. This fucking guy down in Chile just set me off on, put my teeth on edge to such a fucking degree. It's like, I just don't care. I don't care about anyone else's life who's going to be traumatized or ended in the case of these lions. It doesn't matter to me. All that matters is me, and my problems. And I'm just going to go kill myself in this spectacular way so everyone will pay attention to my pain. It's like, guy, fuck you. Fuck you. You are a piece of shit. You are the biggest piece of shit I've seen lately. And I've seen a fucking lot. So again, if you've had any experience with suicide, you know, I have a good friend of mine ended his life about 12 years ago now. And he did so without affecting anyone directly, but he certainly affected a great many people who miss him dearly. And Jay, if you're up there, man, I fucking miss you terribly, and I wish you were still with us, and I don't know how the fuck we all missed what problems you were having, and I wish to hell we could have done something to help you. But we couldn't. And like I say, I don't want to belittle anyone who's been through that, because I understand what it's like, unfortunately. But people who use that as an escape and then use the act of escaping to irreparably fuck the lives of other people, that is just so obscene, so heinous, that I honestly I don't have the words to define that. I fucking hate this guy so fucking much. I hope he dies in a fire. So again, you know, if anyone is offended by this video, I'm sorry, that's not my intention. I just kind of had to vent a little bit about this guy who's just a complete shitbag and has been such a coward and such a selfish bastard to have affected so many lives in addition to his own in such a horrible way. Fucking dick. It's like another thing I should probably say, if anyone out there stumbles upon this and is having any thoughts, you know, about ending it all, please don't. You know, please get on your motorcycle if you have one, and if you don't, get one. And come out. I mean, look at this. Look at this beautiful nature here that I just stumbled into. How could you just not say, no, I never want to see this again? I just don't understand it. So if anyone out there is having any thoughts of that nature, please, I beg you, reconsider. It's not as bad as it may seem, and a lot of people who you're not thinking of right now will really miss you. God, even doing this, I mean, this is just a little nothing, no reason ride, but I can't imagine. I mean, I've had some rough times in my life, like everyone has to one degree or another. And just saying, no, I never want to experience this again. I just want to be dead. I just can't fathom that. Cannot fathom it at all. Whoa. It's like my biggest problem, I mean, you know, everyone's got issues with the girlfriend and issues with money and shit, but you know, it's just so inconsequential. And I mean, life is so short anyway. Why the fuck would you just throw it away? It just doesn't make sense. course, now I'm thinking about my buddy who took his life. He hung himself. Fuck. I did not want to think about that today. Because I miss him very much. He was one of my best friends, and